Simple announce. I don't care if you use the weak auras. Don't care. And do use stopwatch, and we do it the same way in both cores, which is when healer 1, which is me, says healing in Discord, start your stopwatch and base your start time off that.
Stream, you can go ahead and invite Sleepy back to the raid.
Are we good to log in and zone in?
Hey, Vil, I posted the raid self-healing thing, and I listed it as non-warriors since you have something else you want warriors to do. If you can throw the warriors one in under that. Jesus Christ, look at all these priests.
Priest?
Well, when you say his name like that, we got to bring so many.
Well, buffs. Because some of the heal rotations are posted in the Sunday raid channel in Discord. Same place you signed up.
We go into Noth's room to go everything.
All right, everybody's online in the group. Should be here. Yeah, everybody's in EPL, so let's go ahead and get to North's room.
You can pre-pot a shatter resist potion.
My Shadow Bolt Hellstone disappeared.
Way to go, Papa.
Oh, don't leave without me.
I don't know where to go.
Just follow the arrows
Arrows.
on the map.
Yeah, just run down something until you see something.
That's yeah. think it's this way.
Plague Wing if we're going Lotheb.
Just ask a guard.
All healers, check your little macro and make sure you have the correct name in there. The assigns in order are pinned in the Sunday raid channel. We have lots of oh shit healers, and Flocat heals on pull, so the first heal will be a little later maybe than you're used to. And we do it exactly like I said, the same way. I will say heal, and that's when you start your timers.
Carrot check.
Good call.
I'm not there yet, so I need my carrot.
I know I'm handing out water because of you.
Hey, I
Not-
knew I should have moved to Naxx.
I didn't want to make water, but you're slow.
I was at Light Hope.
That's not my fault.
Everybody ran off. Not my fault. I just need to boost the mage on the other account.
Well, you get on that.
All right. She's only like 28 though.
Wait, you boosting another mage?
No, I said I should. I should have.
Pig doing it. 2 warriors. It's fine.
Oh, I have the priest.
Arya doing 2 mages a little different.
Hey,
Well,
I can port. I'm good at porting. Oh, bad people.
Well, are we gonna buff in front of Lotheb or not?
Just buff running.
Now let's buff here.
Is there people up at Lotheb? So that's all.
Some people are at Lotheb, so the buffing won't be good if we do it split.
Let's meet at Lotheb if we've got people up there.
Are we going to do a trial run or no? We're just going to straight pull?
I assume we're gonna straight pull. Do we need a trial run? Stream?
I don't think we do. I think everybody knows what they need to do. Put one in raid chat if you don't know what you need to do.
Don't feel bad.
Did
No,
you say you were summoning me?
Flo, don't feel bad. Put 1.
We only get one chance at this, so let's make it a good one. Everybody pre-pot your shadow protection potions, please.
Make sure you get a health stone.
Can we wait 9 minutes?
Sure.
Man, I'm running behind my husband. It's okay. Of course, I don't have his buff for some reason.
7,200 health.
More than me.
Oh no. I forgot my Zanza.
Do not auto run into Lotheb.
Arya.
What? I don't auto run into him. God. I dispel, remember?
No, she walks up and bites him.
Well, that too.
Yeah, Flo. When you go in, just do your healing thing like usual, and I'll be watching his health bar and start mine once we get positioned and it looks like he needs it.
I meant to say that in raid, but it works.
There you go. Yeah, give everybody a minute because the healers have to adjust their new name in their macro.
Which warlocks have stones?
You said that?
Zug.
All of them.
Which is going to be the tank on Lothab?
Me.
Waha.
Sorry, who said that?
Gogu.
Me,
Gogu
me
is
of course.
target, guys. So, in case you're used to healing Papa, heal Gogu instead.
All the warriors have M magic, but if you don't want it for some reason, I guess you can click it off, but you should want it.
I got extra crushing.
When do we use Death Wish?
When you get the spore, and then towards the end again.
All right.
Fights should just be long enough for you to use it twice. You can also, you should be able to pop a Mighty Rage at the start, depending on the time you get the spore. And then your portion will still come back by the time you have to use it. Oop.
Good job.
Hey, thanks.
You're welcome.
Now, the macros are just there in case, say, for instance, somebody's stopwatch doesn't start at the right time and they're like, oh my God, my stopwatch didn't start, so I can't go by the time. Then, watch for your name in chat. But honestly, once we start, as long as you go in the correct order, you'll just be doing it on cooldown, and the macros don't really matter, except to let everybody know that it happened. And in case you lose your spot. So.
All right, we got 3 enhanced shamans swinging Nightfall. Do we need all 3 of us, or we can probably have Zugly swing Dark Edge?
I'm not full enhanced, so there's
Oh,
no
okay.
reason for me to swing Dark Edge. So 3 Nightfalls is better than 2 Nightfalls, which is better than 1, I'm assuming.
For real.
It's just more for the casters. Few casters there are.
The higher likelihood it's always up.
Okay.
Browntown, you got the good axe. Why don't you use it?
Zugly's axe is better than mine. Dark Edge.
0.2 DPS difference.
Orc difference.
Oh, really?
Yeah, 0.2 on the Sims for an orc. I don't know about it.
Literally pick your poison, whatever you're more comfy with.
I think you only need 2 of them since they fixed the proc rates.
Still,
Nightfalls?
Still times where I've seen it.
On all weapon proc globals.
I did some group swapping, so check your group number.
No, that's your one, Elixir.
Zodex is going to flare our spore spot. I'm hoping that it's going to be in the right place. The last time we did it, it was way in the back corner right here. So we'll see. We'll see where it's at when it spawns. But just hang out in this general area, group 2, to start, and run to the spore wherever it spawns.
Gogu is main tanking, or Vil is?
Gogu.
I'm excited, boys.
Are you going to call out when we need to do what during this fight? For pots and heal pots and health stones, all that?
Everyone's got slightly different things they're doing. I think it's best just to everyone kind of look at what Alistair posted and kind of take care of themselves here.
Okay.
I'll be calling out what I just posted right there in /say. So that's the majority of the raid. Everybody's set the warriors. Casamita, you ready?
Give me a sec.
Yeah, what Celadon said. Just /9 if 9 is your IPS heals channel.
It gets a little confusing because we don't know what channel number your channel is.
Yeah, but yeah, so don't
Okay,
do
so /9.
2. So just instead of 2/channel number 9, just do /9.
And I'm sorry, Gogu's main taking it?
Yeah.
Gogu is the tank. Flo's gonna heal on pole. I will then call heal. I'm healer number 1, and start your stopwatches and go by the timers. Oh, oh shit healers are also listed there. I just gave you guys an order so that you don't all freak out the first time. You know, if the tank gets low, we don't want to blow all those heals all at once. So try and go in the order it's posted also in there and pinned. And is Zuglife Browntown Fear Itself Durndo. Flo's just doing on pole at the beginning.
Does everybody want to run through and test the macro for the healing? I'll get one try at this. So.
I'm not going to because I have a trinket bound to mine. So I'll say it. Healing. Kuzmita, did yours work?
On your countdown, guys.
There we go.
Even if they miss one, keep going.
Yeah, the bottom line is what you're going to do is once you've heard me say heal and started your stopwatch, you then are just going to be watching your stopwatch timer and you will do your heal at the designated start time and then on cooldown. If an oh shit healer notices that somebody didn't hit theirs, then that's when they, and also they'll see the health bar go down and kick theirs in.
Don't worry about overhealing at all. Do not worry.
No, priest, it's fine. We got it.
Just to be certain, we're doing 2 first and then skipping 1, right, when it comes back around?
That is correct. 1 will not be getting the spore buff. The people in 1 can watch and see if there's a healer that doesn't run and go get it. You know, try and ninja one, but for the most part, they will not be getting the spore buff. Everybody's ready, so I guess on Papa or Gogu.
Gogu.
Make sure
pre-shield him.
Everyone needs to be that.
Everybody get in the room. Drum roll. Move forward.
Remember, let me position boss before starting DPS. Incoming.
Healing.
Group 2, get to the spore.
Spore soon.
Go deep.
Group 3, spore. Group 4, spore. Group 5, spore. Group 6, spore. Seven spore. Bait spore. Two spore. Three spore. Four spore. Five spore. Greater. Should be popping another greater shadow protection. Six spore. Seven spore. Eight spore. Two spore. Bandage. Four spore. If I use Hellstone. Five spore. Six spore.
Well
done.
Right. Eat and drink and stuff. You're gonna take damage now.
No.
And I will banish your souls to
It was worth it.
Looks like we got desecrated leggings times 2. Main spec roll. First top 2 win. Hunter, Shaman, Druid.
Do not continue. Turn back while there's still time.
I have Naru, main spec roll. Off spec roll.
Thank you.
Last call on the Eye of Narub. You both have already won something, so I guess it goes to Vass.
Did anyone notice that Kia's dying for priest mode?
Yes. I saw that.
I don't and the boss.
How valiant.
Satisfied.
Sacrifice metal for Kia. Oh, after the fight. Well, that's why no priest loot dropped.
One job, Kia. One job.
You're letting us down, Kia. Yeah, for hunters.
Yeah.
Oh, Kia, are you sticking up for the hunters now? Because they don't heal you.
I'm just saying, someone got called sexy before raid, and he knows who he is.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, speaking of that, you sent Aurea an eye, not Sab. I don't have anything to lick.
I mean, I feel like somebody could help you with that.
I'm not saying a word.
Just saying.
Well, brings back
Can I lick
memories
my
of it.
carrot on a stick?
Is this raid 2?
This is Northern Lights.
Yeah, Northern Lights has a raid too, also, but it's quite a bit more spicy than this.
And it's all the time.
It is Sunday.
lemonparty.org.
Alright, so we
I knew that's why I had them in my bag.
Yeah, someone asked me if they needed arcane, and I said no earlier.
Yeah,
Because I've never been on dead. I didn't realize that.
I have extra if Dead Side need.
You don't
I
like
have 3
need
extra.
it really helps reduce the damage from arcane explosion.
I'm sorry if after I said that, someone put theirs in the bank. Or yeah, I think.
No, I didn't take them out in the mailbox.
Womp.
Damn it! Anybody remember where we had that list that we had posted on one of the raids that showed here's the ones you shackle, here's the ones you don't, all that? Do you have that stream?
It's in the next bestiary.
In the bestiary, fabulous.
And it's the guy on the right that shackles. That we shackle.
Yeah, I just got to figure we got so many people.
Scroll up just before December 17th.
There it is. I'll put it in this one too.
Vass Hunter, can you accept this trade, please? Right, Bill. How do you want to switch up the? I've got group one. One's definitely going to be on live side. 2, 3, and 4 dead side.
Gogu, who were the live side tanks for you guys last time?
Me and Rock.
Live side was Floquet, Dolo, and Cash.
So I would put Papa and Flo on the live, and me and Goku on the dead, because That's what we did last time for both cores.
Okay.
That'll put Roke on live.
Yeah, if you're good with that, Rook.
Yeah, that's fine.
Does Roke have deep wounds though?
I do not.
Okay.
I'm very proud.
All right. Next question is healers.
Okay, we want all the priests on live side. What we want is a couple of chamois. Let me see. Let's have drum roll, crushing you, and Shannon on dead side. Kappa on dead side, and then drum roll, Shannon, crushing you. Nigel, I would like to have you on live side, healing the tank.
You said drum roll dead side, right?
Yeah, so you guys are going to want to stay pretty far back. They're going to be grabbing stuff so that the mobs don't run up and arcane explosion you. You want to stay back because of that, to avoid that. And just you need to swap back and forth real fast on the tanks that are picking stuff up. Kapachi will be over there with you as well. And the tank that's picking up, it's the horseman, right, that hits so hard?
Yeah, horses.
Yeah, the horses. So Kappa, watch and heal the tank who's tanking the horses. That's the one that's going to need the most extra whomp.
How does group 5 plus crushing you look for healers on the dead side?
Drum roll, Shannon. That looks good. Yes, perfect.
And then that leaves 5 priests and Nigel on live side.
Oh, you've got priests over on dead?
Well, you want to split the healers evenly, or
Nope. Shamans and a druid should be able to heal okay over there. I don't think we have. We can put one priest over there. You'll just want to hang way back, and yeah, you can bubble people. So yeah, that's fine. But let me have priest mode on dead side and swap over because I've got him as a shackler. Swap. Let's see, Kusumita, you've got over there. So Kusumita, you go dead side. Priest mode will be on live.
Okay.
And the shackle order is priest mode is priest 1, priest 2, Zalistar, priest 3, Sabriani, priest 4, Risky Otter, and hot blast. Be prepared in case one of us gets killed to pick up our shackle. And if you look in the Sunday Raid channel, we have put the list of when things come out. And priest 1 is going to be shackling first on wave 8. You will shackle the right Death Knight, and then we're killing them at that point. And then on 11 is priest 2, shackle the right Death Knight. 13, priest 3, shackle the right Death Knight, and 16, priest 4, shackle the right Death Knight. And then after that, anything that's still shackled, keep it shackled.
That look good.
And that's and just like reshackle it halfway to prevent some nastiness because they'll charge immediately once they get out of shackle.
Yeah, I mean, basically, yeah, reshackle, keep it shackled until the group grabs it and kills it.
And that's the boss.
Let's put Papa on left side, Flokit center, and Roke on the right.
Any
So it makes-
specific person for the riders?
What's that?
Any specific tank for the riders?
I like Flokit to charge the riders as soon as they spawn. That way they try and keep them out of the raid. But
And the Curse of Tongues on those riders is huge.
All right, so shackling priests heal mainly Rogue and Floquet. Non-shackling priests, you are on Papa and Floquet.
Let's use some soulstone on whatever we need.
Risky still has his, I believe.
And Nigel, Papa.
The first kill goes to me.
Alistair also has one, 5 minutes on it only.
Alright, let's do ready check. Any last questions, comments?
Are we going to break up into 3 DPS groups like we did on our kill? Like for each trainee, like that group just blows them up?
We didn't, so I mean it's not super important, but
okay.
My only question on this, because all my experience is dead side tanking. On this right side, I just don't touch shackles, which are primarily just going to be horses, and just pick up anything else. Is that the deal?
The first few mobs, first few death knights, we will be shackling and then killing. But then after that, I think it's wave 8. They will be shackled and kept shackled.
Okay.
And the mobs spawn like right here.
Okay.
All right, everybody's online. Let's do one more ready check. Browntown.
I'm trading Zodex.
All right, everybody's ready. Incoming.
Foolishly you have sought your own demise. Brazenly you have disregarded powers beyond your understanding. You have fought hard to invade the realm of the Harvester. Now, there is only one way out. To walk the lonely path of the damned.
Oh, and priests, try and stand in the middle. Priest mode, don't stand way off to the side like that. Mark low, yeah, because the mobs will come to us, and that way the tanks know where to pick them up.
All right, knights incoming. Shackle right, kill left.
Don't touch it.
Kill right.
Go nuts.
Tank trainees. Kill trainees. Shackle right, kill left. Kill left, right.
Nice job with his arm.
I'm all about it.
All right, shackle right. Keep it shackled this time.
Side Death Knight on the right.
30 seconds on disarm.
Rider coming. Get the rider. Trainees coming. Shackle right. Keep it shackled.
Grab that next one.
I have 2 Death Knights up on right side.
Second shackle, grab the mate.
Need to stop hitting it.
Rider?
I think it's got something on it.
Yeah. Kill it. Shackle right. Kill Chinese, kill Chinese. One rider. Get it. Two knights, shackle right.
Perfect. Good job.
The trainees.
I missed one, Bill.
Rider, two knights, shackle right. Kill the rider. And kill the left death knight.
Don't touch it.
Kill the trainees.
Can we get Barres up?
Boss should be next.
Don't touch it. Oh, that's great. Don't touch it.
My boss.
Give him to us.
Do not hit the Death Knight. I think the pet's hitting.
Now we yeah, let's just keep these shackled, that way they don't have to deal with bombs over there while they're killing balls. Alright, let's kill it.
Nicely
God
done.
damn, good job.
Good job.
Fucking
Got you.
clean.
New record.
And we were standing around waiting for the boss for like 30 seconds.
Good, we still have crap coming.
Come, Zeliek. Do not drive them out. Not before we've had our fun.
Very nice.
I do hope they stay alive long enough for me to introduce myself.
Perhaps they will come to their senses and run away as fast as they can. I've heard about enough of your sniveling. Shut your fly trap before I shut it.
Shaman, Druid, Hunter Boots, roll main spec. Brian Bass already won something, so that goes to Shannon.
Yes, my first Naxx upgrade.
Congrats.
This will be an off-spec roll. Last call on this hit piece. Mark. Stat on a roll in the splinter.
There you go.
Nice.
Justice. For once, justice.
Ooh, a 1.
It's okay. I'll get the one off 4 horsemen.
Damn, all these freaking priests. All right, here's just when we have multiple groups, 3 tanks. There's rough assigns, so you know who to point your main stuff at. Those of you on emergency OT, insane mages, etc. If we have a 4th tank, a couple of you switch to that one. It's just for trash.
Can we pull the shade?
Hold on.
Yeah, groups.
Yeah, I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself. All right, yeah. Now we can go.
I can't mark, but I will pull.
Look.
Gonna grab this shade.
I guess you're square, Papa.
Okay.
Do we want the pack on the left, or are we skipping that one?
Is Bill back? Are you back,
Back.
Bill? I wasn't sure is Bill back, so didn't give him a target.
Incoming.
Sell it on if you can take Roke when we have the 4th.
Do we want that pack on the left?
We should be able to skip it. It stays over there.
El Capitan.
But trash loot.
I was just thinking that too. Turn back while there's still time.
My best.
I can't loot that.
Incoming. Stupid gargoyles next.
I love gargoyles.
Gonna pull them back around the
Oh
corner.
shit. Any mage have extra food?
Stack this.
Incoming. Careful that
Might want to get back a bit.
back up.
Who has X?
Papa.
Oh, you had me on square.
Let me repost that. Okay.
See? Square.
Have a little bit. We hit 7 stacks.
Yeah. Make sure you eat with 7 stacks.
We can scoot forward for the next one and grab it at the top of the ramp.
Just food, not water. Thank you.
Incoming in 5.
Everybody eat on these. I know the shamans appreciate the meter pad, but nonetheless.
I'm just healing myself.
Just eat. It's cheap.
I was healing myself.
It's affordable, not cheap.
It's literally free.
Yeah, apart from
Nothing's
the
free.
180 gold it cost for it.
We can scoot up and precast on these.
Okay, I will do a timing.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Shade.
Hide.
Ghouls incoming. Incoming in 5. Patrol incoming in about 10.
You can max range the aura if you're a healer.
Precast on me.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
If we practice in this square, we'll probably want to kill those 2 casters there as well.
Ooh, there's the door.
Plus the pet.
Some big dogs.
Woof.
Death.
Right there, the stuff.
Do we want to move back a bit, or?
Nah, incoming.
4, 3, 2, 1.
We want to pop a fire protection potion for this.
Optional. We did one ass pull. I wouldn't really call it a pull.
And tanks in full meaty or threat?
You should be full threat, and everybody else can be midi.
Okay.
We pre-pot and fire in shadow. Or just fire.
You don't need to pre-pot shadow. I would just be ready to use it for Mark 5.
Only really the DPS need to have the fire, right? And the first tanks on that side.
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice to have. I think you got maybe 15 seconds before the first meteor. So most of the time you'll just be splitting it so many ways it won't hurt much.
So the way we got the groups set up, we got Gogu. We got Gogu on Skull, which is Thane. Papa is on X, which is Mograine, with relief tanks being Butcher and Barris. Looks like Barris is the first relief and Butcher's the second relief.
Different ability. Jumps.
Butcher first.
It will be cast
Butcher
every 12
first.
seconds after that.
The back left Diamond, which is Blam. Tank is Roke with the relief tank of Quinn Tank.
Up every
Back right,
horseman will place
which is
unique.
Moon, which is
Now moving on to
Zill.
things set
That's
for the fights.
Flocat with
Things
relief
usually
tank
start
of
with
Lucifer.
a tank body pull, and then hunters.
So that should be like pretty much groups 1 on Skull, 2 on X, 3 on, what was it, Moon? No, 3 on Diamond, and 4 on Moon.
All right, now let me post the heals thing, and then we'll sort of discuss it all together here.
Are we gonna practice it?
Yeah. So when we start talking about rotating healer groups, if you're in the first column, you're group A. If you're in the second column, so Hot Blast, Alistar, Kusamita, Priest Mode. If you're in the second column, you're group B, Celadon, Kapachi, Risky, Sab. If you're the top 2 in the third column, you are in group C, Shannon and Crushing You. And C center, which they'll explain in a minute, is Nigel and Drumbo. And once they do the full explanation, this will all probably fall into place. Like
Where is it that we're looking at?
We had another kind of chart to describe the lettering and numbering that worked pretty good.
Yeah, and we're working off this sheet today that doesn't have that chart. Vil, is that still relevant, and should I find it and post it in the sign-up channel?
I'm not sure what chart.
Maybe the bouncing dots one?
more so like a macro for the lettering.
The only thing that I made was the video and this little spreadsheet.
Yeah, and Stream took that and made the groups up, and then I took the groups and the tanks
think what
and did
Priest
the
Mode
yellow
might,
signs.
I think what Priest might be referring to is, let me remember what tab, we have so many tabs, but I think in the raid announcements, if we scroll all the way up, I think there was a video posted where there was confusion and you would type something to lessen the confusion. No, that's, oh, I was looking on the wrong tab.
Do we need that?
I'm just saying, I think that's what Priest Mode
I
was
mean,
referring to.
you can just look at the first frame of the video. It has everybody's initial spots on it.
Stag
which
comes
is at the
The what?
bottom of the
Skull.
bestiary.
Skull.
Stay there. Moon will be over here. Arn.
Okay, what are we looking at? What channel? Because this is what I'm completely missing here. Is where are we supposed to be looking at this?
Okay, in the Naxx bestiary, the Priest Mode just posted it again, I guess.
Where
It's
did
like
Priest
the
Mode post it?
third one up. I'll pin it.
Repin it.
Well, actually, there's a lot of pins in there already. I'm not going to. It's the third one from the bottom. Priest just posted it. That's Vill's video, and it's the little movie dots vid.
Again.
Naxx bestiary, third from the bottom. Well, no. Now it's on the bottom. Thank you. So, Priest Mode, let me post this again. So, Group A is the first column after the assigns there. Those are the tanks that are taking the initial bosses, and so those are the people you'll be healing initially, but they'll be moving around, will be moving around, and the bottom line is you just keep healing the tank that is on the boss raid marker that you happen to be at the moment. Then the first column is going to be all the A's, second column is B's, third column, since we're doing this strat a little differently, it's going to be C's are the top two and C center is the bottom two. And what A, B, C, and D are doing, they're going to explain in a minute. I assume, right, guys? Yeah.
And we need hit trinket for taunt, right, Vilius?
Yep.
And we need to use it. I mean, not just put in the slot, just put it on your bars and use it. Yep. I wonder for the first taunt or
Yep, the goal is to kill it Trothax before we have to rotate. So basically by Mark 5.
I mean, Vilius, I'm thinking at something. If I will start, I don't need this trinket because I will have a lot of threat and I want more threat. I don't need to taunt on.
You won't taunt till way later, and by then your mob will be dead, so you could skip it.
Yeah, I was thinking the same.
All right. So the way you've described this is you've got A, B, and C healers, right?
Yes.
All right. So the first healer in Group A is Hot Bless, and she starts at Skull.
Yes.
Okay. And the second healer in Group A is you, and you start at X.
Yes.
And third healer's Kazumita, and she starts at Diamond. Priest mode is the fourth healer in Group A, starts at Moon. Celadon is the first healer in Group B, starts at Skull. Kapachi's the second healer in Group B, starts at X. Risky is the third healer in Group B, starts at Diamond. Sabrini is the fourth healer in Group B, starts at Moon. So those should be easy enough to start with your spots, and then everybody is just rotating clockwise.
Don't forget the number of rotations that you do, because some people are going to move after the first mark and then stay for 3 marks at the second location.
So after the first mark, Group A moves.
Yes.
And then after the second mark, Group B moves.
Yes.
And then everybody just moves every other mark after that.
C moves on 3, but C moves in a special way.
Yes, C is going to be fun to explain.
The reason for this is you want to have a little bit extra healing on Skull after Mark 3 and 4.
So then that would be me before we head back to the center away from Skull. And C and one other person.
You're in Group A, priest mode.
No, just before at Mark 5 and 6. I'm watching the video as we go through.
Doesn't matter. You're always an A.
No,
I'm always a B.
All right, group A and B should be clear. Let's figure C out now. So we've got 4 healers in Group C. We've got Shannon and Nigel starting at X or Skull, and Crushing You and Drumroll starting at X.
Drumroll and Nigel should start in the center, in the safe spot.
Okay, so Shannon and Crushing should be starting at Skull and X.
That's right.
Nigel Drumroll should be starting in the middle.
Does anyone know the safe spot?
It's basically just in front of where the bosses stand, like on the steps of the platform or just in front of the steps.
I know where it is, but I'm just saying for anyone else to know where to go.
All right, so Group C healers, when the tank swap happens, it looks like Shannon will be moving to X. Nigel and Crushing You and Drumroll will both be going to Skull.
That's right. Basically, Shannon and Crush switch spots. So Shannon is going counterclockwise. It's the only healer that does that and the only time that happens. And our 2 middle healers, Drum and Nigel, go to Skull to help with recovering after marks.
At what point should I go to Skull? I'm not sure. At
After
Mark
3.
All right.
Yeah, it happens when the tank swap happens at the very beginning. So on the 3rd mark, the tanks will swap, and that's when you need to come down and go to Skull.
That's true, although in Gogu's case, he won't be swapping because we're just going to burn his target.
Right, yeah. But the other 3 tanks that are sitting up there in the middle will be moving, so it's a good cue for him to see. He'll see the tanks moving. He can move at the same time.
And that's Mark 3 is the only weird case for the C players. Every other time, you just go clockwise like everybody else after your 3rd mark. So it's just a start that's a little weird for you guys.
Can we open up the door?
Do you have a
You
buffer
can.
group?
I want to see him.
I want to do a couple slash slaps, get it in there before we smack.
So, as I was calling out where everybody was supposed to be, did everybody move to where they were supposed to be?
I'll answer that for you. Nobody fucking moved. Nobody moved.
Liar.
Go over it again.
Well, we can't practice unless when everybody knows where they're supposed to be. Okay.
And where
Well, have it
Bill
like
is with the square is like the entrance. So if you guys want to start there, if you're deeps.
All right. So let's go over it again for the healers. Hot Bless starts at Skull. Alistar starts at X. Casamito starts at Diamond. Priest mode starts at Moon. Y'all will be moving after the first mark, clockwise.
We don't need to stack on them, right?
No, you just have to be close enough to heal the tanks. Celadon is starting at Skull. Kapachi is starting at X. Risky is starting at Diamond. Sabrini is starting at Moon. Y'all will be moving after the second mark, clockwise. And then you will be moving every other mark after that. So when you get 2 stacks, you move. Get 2 stacks, you move. Right, Bill?
Heard then.
That gives us Shannon at Skull, Crescent at X, Nigel and Drumroll in the middle. Y'all will be moving. Nigel and Drumroll will be moving to Skull after the third mark. Shannon will be going to X, and Crescent U will be going to Skull. Yeah, everybody understand?
I'm just making a little note to myself, healers, that, okay, on Mark 1, I move to Skull. On Mark 4, I move to Diamond. So my personal movement, I'm just writing down which mark and where I move.
So our relief tanks are starting off in the middle. So that's Butcher, Barris, Quinn, and Lucifer. Or do you want them to start out on Skull and DPS for 1 mark?
They can DPS for 2 marks and then go to the middle, yes.
Okay, so the 4 of y'all can start at Skull, DPS, and then move to the middle, get ready to swap.
There is something I don't understand. You're telling me to go to Skull, but like in Alistar's assignment, I'm assigned to Moon.
Just ignore Nigel and Drumroll. Just ignore your symbols. Like I said, you guys have special role.
Yeah, and there wasn't any other place to put you. So you guys are the special start in the middle and do weird things. Healers.
All right.
So you just go to Skull after Mark 3, and you're in the right spot.
All right.
Okay.
So
And then do I move? Sorry. And then do I move counterclockwise or clockwise?
Clockwise. Everybody moves
Right.
clockwise for healers, except Shannon moves counterclockwise 1 time.
All right. So first mark goes out. Group A healers should be moving clockwise. I saw 2 healers move out of Skull group, so somebody didn't move right. Hot Plus, are you supposed to move? Yes. Who was the other person that moved?
Nope. Come back. Drum roll. Come back.
Wait a minute. I thought we were moving clockwise, and these marks are not. Oh, that's Diamond. Never mind. Can we start at the beginning again? Make sure everybody's in their correct start spot, and then call it.
All right, reset.
Start over. I just keep spamming that to keep it in the front of the chat.
Okay.
Shannon, you should be here at the start as well, where square is. There you go.
Yeah, she said
I should clarify the healers don't have to stack on the meteor. Just be 30 or 35 yards away from the tank, and you will never get picked for meteor.
range on skull healers.
Question: which one is the meteor? Which mark?
Skull.
Okay.
All right, so first mark goes out. Group A healers move. Second mark goes out. B healers move.
Hang on, there's only one healer at Moon right now. Who else is supposed to be at Moon?
Moon should be Priest and Sabrini.
No, we already moved.
No, that's their start spot. They, the folks that started on Diamond, so Kusamita and Risky.
Okay, Kusamita, stand here for a sec. On square. That's your heal spot.
You don't want to
So
get chained. That shit hurts.
Yeah, healers need to be definitely max range to Moon and max range to Skull.
All right, let's do third mark. Should be swap tanks and shamans do your special thing.
There should be 2 people moving into middle. 2 of the healers should be on Zug Life right now. I'm the
And
middle
then
of
you
it.
want to come to square on Mark 3 or X.
Who are the 2 healers that are supposed to come out?
Drum and Nigel come out.
No, they go in, and 2 healers come back to
Oh,
center.
Come out to
thought.
Skull. Yeah.
Yeah.
Where's Shannon at right now?
That would be Shannon and Crushing.
She's near the cross.
Shannon should be at.
Yeah, you're in the right spot, Shannon. Just be with the other healers back here. Good.
Your tank swap.
Now,
Can we do tanks on a separate, because it's there's too much movement and it's confusing for people.
Yeah, let's get the healers down and then do the tanks.
now on Mark 4, it's A's again. It goes back to A's.
So
I saw 2 A's move.
yeah, we need Uples, Alistar, Kusamita, and Priest Mode all should have moved. What are we supposed to be ready for?
This is are you hearing, are you listening? Ready, check.
Oh, okay.
We're going to be here all day if nobody's paying attention. We only got 15 minutes left on World Buffs, at least I do. I don't know how everybody else is doing, but... So healers, after the first move, you're going to be waiting for 2 marks, and then you're going to move, right?
Or 3.
3. Yeah. So A's move on marks 1, 4, 7, etc.
So first mark A's move, second mark's B move, and then after that you wait till you get your third mark to move. Always moving in a clockwise rotation. When you get back to Skull's dead, you go to the center. Wait for the third mark to move, and then you go to Diamond. Does everybody understand? Any questions?
Let's do one more run through, just calling marks and watching everybody run. So everybody back to your original positions. Okay, X has got everybody. The Skull folks together. And then our C healers.
Let me just make sure everybody's in the right spot first. Okay, it looks good. Start looks good.
All right, mark 1. Mark 2.
Good job.
Mark 3.
Mark 3, we missed one thing. There you go, crush. Now you're good. And Kusamita, you stay here for Mark 3. You don't move again until Mark 4.
Are we on Mark 4 yet? We're still on Mark 3, right?
Yeah, let's do Mark 4 now.
Okay.
Good.
Okay, Mark 5.
not good. Go back to Mark where you were for Mark 4. Should be one more person with Cell here.
Oh, I ran back. I'm here.
Okay. Now for Mark 5, the Bs are going to move. There you go. Now Crush, you should not move because you're a C. You're going to stay there. In Priest mode, you're a B, right?
That's for me to go.
I'm B.
Let Mark 5.
All right. I think that the healer's got it.
Yeah, Priest
But remember, you're not after the third mark. You're not moving again. You know, until you get your third marks. Like when the shamans come off the middle, and when the X and the skull shaman switch places, you're staying there until you get your third mark, and then you're moving.
The moving marks are 1, 4, 7, 10, and so on and so forth.
Well, they'll be different for every
group A.
Yeah, they'll be different for every group.
That's correct. And B is going to be 2, 5, 8, 11. C is going to be 3, 6, 9, 12.
That's right.
All right, let's check tank swaps this time. All right, everybody reset.
Quinn and Lucifer, you should go to the middle.
Copy.
Lucifer, you should go to the middle.
Yeah, so in the middle we should have Butcher, Barris, Quinn, and Lucifer, unless you want to help DPS Skull for a couple 3 marks. The only one that I would say would stay for the third mark would be Bears. I would want the other 2 to be in position to get ready to move back in the middle after Mark 2. So Butcher, Quinn, Lucifer, y'all move back to the middle at Mark 2, and Bears, you can stay for another mark if you want. And at Mark 3, Butcher, you'll be relieving Papa. Quintake, you'll be relieving Roke. Lucifer, you'll be relieving Floquet. So that would be Butcher going to X, Quintake going to Diamond, and Lucifer going to Moon. You're going to go to the boss and you're going to taunt it. And hopefully your taunt doesn't get resisted. If it does, I'm guessing you should challenging shout if it does.
Well, if you're going to do that, you have to wait until your next taunt's going to be up after the
Is
6
that at 6? Yeah, Mocking Blow does work, Butcher.
But what Roke is saying is important. If you use challenge or mocking, you have to wait until your actual next taunt comes up, because the boss will just go back to the other tank. Because taunt works differently than mocking and challenge.
Yeah, all of these guys drop threat frequently, so it's yeah, if it's not under control, they'll get away from you.
All right, so we'll just pray we don't have any resist taunts. What's the game plan if we do? I mean,
if you do, you just take an extra mark, basically, which since they're tanks is no problem.
All right, so Gogu, all those tanks that are there, y'all have to stay until you're sure that the mob is off of you. As soon as you're sure, then you can move to the middle and drop your marks, right?
Yep.
If Butcher's hearth is in light soap, should he hearth now to get the reel and start running back real quick?
Let's
we can port him because
I wouldn't worry about it till after the world buff pull.
Okay. Yeah, let's not worry about it right now. I want to get in there. So, do the tanks understand? You wanna let's go ahead. Third mark's up. What do you do?
Third mark, everyone moved. We'll be on the 6th mark is when people would move next.
All right, so everybody tank swapped at the third mark correctly.
Quinn, you'd be going to the middle.
I'm staying still or until my target is dead, right?
That's right, Kogu.
Until Mark 5 or 6, I guess we should kill him.
Yes, soon after Mark 5 at the latest.
Yeah, and these are all theoretical values because trust me, this fight gets sloppy. So tanks might have to communicate. You might see a tank that's dead, and it gets sloppy. So theoretically, the tank swap on 6 happens.
Okay.
The next one would be on 9, and then so the next one on 9, Flo me would move out, and
Okay, all right. Let's go ahead. I think we've talked about it enough. Let's see it. Let's see it one.
But I have to swap to cross at 9, as I recall, right, Vilius?
Lucifer, you would have gone over.
Yeah, you'll be at cross at 9.
Okay.
Yeah, you'll be taking it off of me, I think.
Cool.
DPS, all you're going to do is burn skull, and then you're going to go to X. And we didn't talk about optimizing it after that because we want to get a pull in with world buffs, but just don't let yourself take more than 3 marks after skull is dead. You're going to take up to 5 marks for skull, but just pop your greater shadow after mark 4.
Do we need shadow brought, everybody?
Now the pull is kind of tricky because you can get right up close to the mobs if you loss through the little statues. But getting Moon back in the back right corner is tricky. That's why I put Flo on that. Because you don't want him to cast his chain shit and kill people like Cthulhu I-Beam. So you just got to book it.
One more question. Because my target is Meteor and I need to share the damage with the melee, should I face the boss to the wall or should I stay close to the melee? And I don't know if he's cleaving or not.
He doesn't cleave, so everybody will stack on you.
Okay.
Ranged and melee DPS.
Should I face him to the wall or doesn't matter?
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
So DPS is we're saving our cooldowns for 50%. Is that correct?
Yes.
As soon as he hits 50%, we're popping our cooldowns.
And warriors, you might want to wait a little bit longer because you're going to be rage starved.
Yes, Kia. All the melee stack on me because he's doing that meteor.
The ranged are also going to stack to lessen damage, or we stay ranged?
We did 2 groups.
You have to stack. You can all stack on Goku. The rogues can get right behind the boss, and you'll still be in range to share meteor.
Okay.
All right, everybody get in the room.
Stack boy.
So if you do that though, the 3 hunters can't shoot, and we may not burn them in time.
Hunters should be able to pull out at max range with the healers. They should have 41 yards.
Yeah, you won't get picked. You won't get picked for meteor for that far.
Should I?
You ready? Move into the room, please.
Just a quick note, if you're running into tank Moon or running out, try and stay away from the healers as you're doing it. I'm sure people will forget, but just a note.
Vil, should I use shield or 2 weapons?
Go full threat.
Okay.
This is Skull. This is X. This is Diamond. This is Moon.
Where's Skull one more time?
In the left.
Front left. We're going to just go right there.
All right. Let's go for it.
Remember, no cooldowns till 50% on Skull.
5.
Move and go quick.
Yeah, I got these. Come.
Let's group up, people. Group for meteor.
Everybody should be on star unless you're a hunter or a healer.
No, Quinn, you should not be here already.
And where Kia's at, rogues can DPS from as well.
Mark 2.
Here comes 50. Get ready for cooldowns. Cooldowns now.
I'm gonna need Quinn to go.
Mark 3.
Lucifer needs to come to purple. Yeah, Lucifer to purple and Quinn to Moon right now.
Kill it.
Well, Shadow Pot's now.
Yep. Lucifer, taunt it. Yep, there you go.
Burn it, guys. Cooldowns. Mark 5.
I'm going to moon. It's tanks to.
Skull is dead.
Alright, yes, X.
Healers try and stand max moon.
And you cannot stand in those black puddles. They'll kill your ass in a hot second.
That was not a bad first pull at all. Good job.
Not bad.
Are we releasing her?
Yeah, we're dead.
What mark is the cross supposed to be taken off of me?
After Mark 3, your relief will come at you and taunt it, and then you'll tank Mark 4 on your way out.
So I don't know if he's already dead, but nobody came to me, and it was Mark 6 or so when I died. Never saw a tank.
I think the Mark 1 rotation happened until Mark 2 because it was we were kind of on the pool. So
If we died up on the platform, do we have to run back?
They have a fairly large aggro radius, so most people should run.
Okay.
One of them, right?
We did kill one of them, but half the raid was dead when we did. He was that last 50% is no joke.
Yeah, from 50 to 20, he'll be shield walled, so you won't be doing much damage.
Gray, do you have cable?
To be honest, those marks are a lot more forgiving than I thought they were. The rotations were super easy to go from one to another.
Sorry, but I didn't hear the Mark 1 go off, so I ended up moving to Mark 2. I'm sorry.
That's okay. I did the same thing. I didn't hear it either. But
I like it.
the tanks didn't die initially, so.
Yeah, you have to watch your debuffs. If you get, as soon as the first mark goes out, that first group should be moving.
So don't wait for call.
I didn't call out Mark 1, so y'all probably didn't move. So
Did someone that are mage see what butcher type there? Can I have mage hang out and port butcher to somewhere when he zones in?
Yeah, I'll do it.
Where's the port at?
Yeah.
I don't know if we have a summon though. Butcher has a hearth in LHC. I guess we still have people outside, huh?
It's break time anyway, so.
yeah, let's get back to the doorway, and then I'll start a break timer.
Yeah, I'm pinging it, Butcher.
See it. That is for sure progress of X.
It's fucking exciting.
We killed one of them. Now we just need to do the other 3.
Sleepy run.
Honestly, though, like if he gets to the 5th mark on Thane, it's not going to go well. Like you really kind of need to kill him after the 3rd one.
But that pull was
killed it on
early.
the
If we get
4th one.
pulled down, we got it.
Yeah, like the pull was a little bit slow.
You can take the 5th mark. You can't take a 6th. The 6 will kill you for sure.
When I got 5, he was still like 15-20%, I thought.
Yeah, it can mathematically be done, but I'm just telling you, like it's going to be very, very hard to do.
I mean, almost every guild uses the Zerg strat on this fight, even without world buffs.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, we do it without world buffs too. We do the same strat. But I'm just saying when he's gotten to 5, it was usually a wipe.
You wonder
Like, it
if the gauntlet is running the wrong way.
Is it easier to have a hunter pull to the spots Gogu wants to be? So you can probably be
Holy fuck! All the melee should just charge. All the melee should just charge the boss with Gogu. Range get wherever they need to be. Like they can be at the corner already, so they're just casting from the start. Like
I waited to cast till he got there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it needs to be just Zerg it with everything you've got.
Will he be able to position it if everyone is zerging it with everything they got? I guess he's got taunt, huh?
Yeah, the boss is tauntable. We've got other warriors there.
Well, that would have made all the difference
The
in the world.
melee's moving with him. He got dazed. I mean, the pole was scuffed, so don't judge by that at all.
Yeah, Goku's running full threat gear.
Well, that would have been him. That would have been that wouldn't have been Mark V then, because I mean, I was watching us. We all just stood there waiting on him to get to the corner.
So the range should go to the corner and just start casting.
Yep.
Okay. So tank swaps. Obviously, there was some confusion.
I called for it different because Quinn was initially up on the target and attacking it. So he was already getting marks before he was supposed to. But we should really go over it again because it was.
Now we don't have world buffs, so there's no time pressure.
We saw the fight. I mean, that helps. That always helps when you see the fight.
Did you say we were doing break before we go again?
I'm about to start a 10-minute break time.
Okay.
There it is.
Oh, I forgot a break video. Shit.
Come on.
Fail.
He tried
How about
posting this.
Ville's 4 Horsemen video for your break video?
That's a great video.
That's a good video. Yeah.
I would post it in the sign-up channel too, just to make sure if someone couldn't find it before, they can find it now. And ping people.
Guys are no fun.
Need a little help. How do you guys get a weak aura to activate when it's not triggered like in a combat or a boss fight so you can play with its size and stuff? Does anybody know how to trigger a weak aura?
Just do it in the options.
Well, that's the problem. The options I have it set really small, but for some reason when it activates, it blows up to like some obnoxious size and I can't figure out why. So I'm trying to trigger it to see if it's glitching out every time it activates.
Check the size that it was set for. Because there's settings for it.
Yeah, I know, that's what I'm saying, but I need to trigger it so I can see what it does, so I know how big I want to make it. I'm trying to trigger it so I can see it. To resize
That
it.
I don't know how to do.
Which weak aura?
The Lotheb weak aura. When I first got it, it worked perfectly fine, and then when I lost my computer and redid it, it blows apart.
Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy?
I'm a good boy.
What the hell?
That's kinky.
Has nothing to do with kinks.
Yeah, I'm just trying to trigger the weak aura so it shows everybody's names like I'm in combat.
The portal.
Can you import the weak aura to me, please, and I'll try and help you out.
I think there should be some setting where you can like move it and stuff. I would guess it would show them.
I see his concern. The aura just has an anchor spot when you're looking at it, but I assume once the fight starts, it generates a list of all the healers' name, which would be much bigger than the anchor spot.
Yeah, and it blows up and like covers half my fucking screen, and I don't know why. So you said under the load screen, and then
Under display for that aura, what is your width and height set at?
210 on width and 44 on height.
Is
And
it
that was
was it too wide?
Well, the thing is, when you shrink it here, it shrinks that little box.
Yep.
But when combat encounters, it blows up to like half my screen. So it's like glitching or something, and that's why I'm trying to trigger it to see if this will adjust it. Like I said, the first time I got it from that, I think from the website you linked, it worked perfectly fine. But then, like, when I got it from someone else, it glitched out.
Maybe just delete it and get it from the website.
Yeah. See if that fixes it for next time.
Well, I think I got it. Open the weak aura.
Okay.
Go to load.
Yep.
It should have you check player class. It should have shaman selected. Yes.
Yep.
Okay. Below that, the encounter ID. Unselect that, and then close the weak aura, and that's what the box looks like.
And then close. Yep, there's the issue, because right now it's...
So you have to adjust it somehow, but now you can see it.
Yeah. Well, now I can
Or
try
at
to...
least, if it's going to be that big, just move it where that's not going to be a problem.
Well, that's the thing. Right now, where the little box was, it's like all the way over under targeting you, like where I have the target close to the left side of the screen. It just loaded it to the middle side, the middle of the screen.
It shouldn't. You telling me it moved?
Yeah, it moved.
Set your anchor to custom. Mine didn't move.
Okay, set anchor. Where's the anchor? Play.
I think it's in group at the bottom. Near the bottom. Let's just screwing with
Anchor, it says top.
Yeah, so set it to custom and then drag that bar somewhere, and then that's where it's going to go. That seems like the actual issue is your anchor was set to go to
Well, it won't let me
left or something.
change to custom. Like, the top is locked. Why?
What is this under again? Display?
Oh, here we go. Anchor 2. Got it.
Good. Beautiful.
There's Anchor 2 and Anchor.
30
Nope.
30 seconds left on break.
Still fucking anchors.
Yeah, I would just maybe just re-download it.
Ten seconds left on break.
I'm logging in.
Okay. What are you eating, man?
Brownie.
Are you eating a brownie? I'm eating a brownie. We're sure to win now.
A brownie or a brownie?
Oh, not that kind of brownie.
I don't
Mine's
have
just a
any
fudge brownie. Well, with pecans.
It's pecans secret words for...
No. Pecans is secret word for pecans.
Pecans?
nuts in her brownies.
I had a craving last night, so I went out and said, "Honey, would you make me some brownies?" And she did.
I asked for a cheesecake 3 weeks ago, and I still don't have one.
I'm here, I'm listening, but I need another 2 minutes before I'm ready.
We'll probably be spending more than that.
Do we have that group of 3 people outside able to summon?
Yeah, I can log over.
I have a summoner at Naxx. Do you need that?
I'll log in with you, and Johnny Panic.
Me, Papa, and Oria are right at Lights Hope, all in a group already.
Let's summon Quintank in that case.
So that last fight didn't necessarily last too long, but I'm trying to watch the back 4 tanks. So, I mean, based off the last one, we did okay, minus the transition we had to make. So I don't know why Papa wasn't relieved. So, but I wasn't watching that.
That was my bad. I was just off. It won't happen again.
Guys, I'm almost to Lights Hope Chapel anyway. Summoning will be a waste of time.
Oh, you're in sight.
Yeah, I'm about to land, so I'll probably be in Naxx by the time Browntown's ready.
All right, so just to go over the tanks again. Butcher, Quintank, and Lucifer should probably start in the center, just so you're ready. Butcher, you will be relieving Papa at X after the third mark. Quintank, you will be relieving Roke at Diamond after the third mark. And Lucifer, you will be relieving Floquet at Moon after the third mark. Is that clear? Y'all understand that?
That's cool. I got it.
Yeah, I'm good. We're good. I got my reel now and my mitigation set. So.
All right. So for the first 3 marks, y'all should be in the center. Barris, you can DPS until the third mark if you want.
And I will.
You can even probably stay for 1 more maybe if you wanted to, because you have to be at X at the 6th mark, but you don't want to be too low on health when you go taunt.
No, I'm only going to stand for 3.
I have a question.
That just feels safe.
When we pull, if I'm not touching the skull, he will run to the corner, in the left corner.
No, they only do that on Wrath. They don't run for you on retail.
Also, I got dazed because I was running to him.
You should we're all going to charge in with you and stay on you, and you just strafe with him back to the corner.
Can Zodex, can you shoot skull for Gogu so that, or do you want Gogu charging?
You can shoot him, and then Gogu can just grab him mid run.
Yeah, I mean, Gogu should be just building as much threat as he can.
It's just about optimizing the uptime for DPS.
The problem was I got dazed and I ran very slowly to that corner.
Yeah, I mean, the mark takes a little bit to go out, so you do have some time
you've got
to
20
run
seconds.
towards us. Yeah, so you have time to kind of just slowly back up. You don't have to quickly, you don't have to mega sprint there.
Yeah, okay.
Gogo knows no other way but with 2 hands.
So every third mark, the tanks are making a swap. The first tank that gets pulled off, how do I know when I'm grabbing the next one and which one am I grabbing?
Well, for you, Papa, you don't have to ever relieve Gogu because that's going to be just killed. So you can just go immediately to the back and watch for holes to fill in.
I mean, on the off chance that we don't get Skull down. I mean, I guess if we don't get him down, but with the burn.
If we don't get him down,
anyway,
it's
so.
a wipe, yeah. But back tanks, so, once, like when Floquet comes back to the center, he'll wait till Mark 6 and then he'll go relieve Diamond.
Yeah. Yep.
Who's releasing Papa on Mark 3?
I am.
The Butcher.
Butcher.
And the Butcher will be released by Bares?
Yes.
And I will release Bares at 9.
That's right.
Okay.
And after that, it's back to Papa on 12 if he's still alive. He probably will still be alive.
Okay, that's what I needed to know.
What I see right now is melee is taking too much damage trying to kill Skull on 5 or more stacks, and they are dying.
Well, I'm assuming anyone that died on Mark 5 didn't pop their Shadow Pot, because that's the key to surviving Mark 5. After Mark 4 goes out, all the DPS on Skull should pop Shadow Protection.
We gonna summon Quinn?
Yeah, you have to read raid chat.
Summon Quinn tank, please.
Anybody got some fire pots? I wasn't expecting. I didn't realize I needed fire. I had one for the first pull.
Yeah.
Good trade.
I mean, fire isn't a huge deal because you're sharing all the damage.
Okay.
But the shadow is important.
I got one I can give you, bro.
I got a lot of shadow.
All right. Mark, Apache.
Browntown, where are you?
Ari gave me some.
Well, I'm keeping Zanza when we have a really good chance. Not using for now.
Yeah, me too.
I posted something for Warriors for cooldown usage on Thane, just my recommendation, but if you use Diamond Flask at Mark 1, Death Wish at Mark 2, and everything else after his shield wall drops, that should optimize your DPS a bit.
All right, one more ready check.
And serious reminder, stay out of those black circles on the back left. They are evil. And it's hardest for the tanks because it's hard for you to see them. So
All right, everybody's ready. Make sure you're in the room.
Go.
Yes, I'm ready.
On tanks.
Sorry, miss. I had.
now just watch for the marks.
I was on cooldown. Wait, down.
Mark 1.
I'm getting marks in the center. This is bad.
Nigel and Drumroll just both died.
Zeliak hit them. They didn't get moved fast enough.
Mark 3. Oh, Mogreen's in the middle.
Cooldowns?
And Papa's dead.
Yeah, so yeah, good. Yeah. Yeah.
No,
That's good.
really.
Fine.
Don't use your shadow pots.
I'm dead.
So Gogu, you got to try to be further in the corner because it's a pretty small, safe zone.
Okay.
As long as there's a tiny bit of room for the rogues to stand behind him, it's good, and the warriors.
I got killed by something called Holy Wrath from
Yeah,
Sir
that's
Ezekiel.
Zeliak.
Yeah, it means he chained
Zell-
to the healers.
Zell is the trickiest part of the poll.
Okay, I'm going to try and pop. I have a soulstone. I might pull aggro, so don't come in and don't ank. And let's see. Nope, that did it.
Isn't better to wait with DPS until I'm in the corner with boss?
DPS will keep dying. Like when I did this on my mage, I mean it was hard not to pull threat. Like you saw Miss got a quick ignite, instantly dead. Like it's just hard. So we had to let him settle.
I could save miss, but I got resisted on my taunt.
Are you popping Kiss on the pole?
Yeah.
Huh.
I pop it.
Gogu should be popping everything on the pole, but melee can engage right away because the boss won't move, and ranged are just going to have to do the best they can.
Trotax, he's resetting threat. Is not like I lost
He doesn't.
threat.
He doesn't reset. He
No?
doesn't reset threat. He multiplies everyone by 50%.
Okay.
Who's in range? So, everyone who's in range of getting marked is going to have their threat reduced by 50%.
I'm in combat. What's happening?
Yeah,
I checked to see if I could make it.
we can't res in that room. So if we die in that room, you just should run back because they have a huge aggro radius.
I could use Death Wish too in the beginning, but
Yeah, they don't hit hard at all. So you should use everything you've got.
I'm keeping these for maybe the 50% of.
Well, it's more important for range to be able to engage earlier, I think.
Okay, then I will use everything I have.
I just noticed in Deadly Boss mods, if you go to the 4 Horsemen, there is a box that says Show Pre-Warning for Mark, and it is by default unchecked. So you might want to go in and check that, and that might help the mark announce.
I'm thinking in the very beginning, the only people that should run up to the bosses are the 4 tanks. Everyone else should get in position.
The melee needs to run in as well.
But they need to be in that corner to fight the guy once the tank has aggro. They shouldn't be hitting him before.
The melee should be hitting him as soon as the pull happens because the boss won't move. Even if he switches to a melee, it's okay. We simply can't wait 15 seconds for the melee to engage until the boss is in the corner, or however long it takes.
That's right.
Yeah, and just to clarify, the safe spot is legitimately basically the first step, like right at the bottom of the steps in front of them in the middle. Not in the middle of the platform, right at the bottom of the steps.
The tanks do need to have their mobs in the corner, all the way in the corner.
I could pull mine a little bit more in the corner where Papa's at, so healers just be aware that's been healing me. I'm going to take it just a little bit further.
Gotcha.
And Gogu, for you, you can just put your back all the way into the corner, and the DPS can be in the center of the boss's hitbox, just right behind him, so we're not getting parried.
Okay.
We'll still be close enough for meteor stackage. But Zell, like I said, Zell is the trickiest part. So, Floquet is booking it to that corner, and you don't want to be close enough to him that you're going to get chained with the I-beam shit. And that makes the tank transitions tricky as well.
And healers that are initially healing flow might want to stay spread out initially as they're healing them so that they don't chain to each other.
Also, on initialization, stay off to the left when running up to Flocat or whoever's on Moon, because I picked up a mark of more green, and that's no good if you pick up a mark and then you have to switch to the next spot.
For Papa, Butcher, it helps a little bit if you've got a couple FR pieces. If you happen to have those with you.
Should I go with sharpening stones? I'm not sure if I'm in range for totems.
You will be in range because the shaman will drop your totems. They can drop them before the fight even starts.
After Skull's dead, DPS is going to X, and after the 3rd mark, we're going to Diamond.
Range can go to Moon, and melee can go to Diamond. Melee can't. It's not really safe for melee to ever go to Moon.
All right, so X, DPS 3 marks, range, Moon, melee, Diamond.
Yep, and then after Moon, range can go to Diamond, and After diamond, melee should wait in the center and then go back to X. X is really the only one that's dangerous to the tanks as long as they're avoiding the void zones. So that's why he's kind of second prio.
Those void zones, they do a lot of damage, so watch out for those.
Yeah, it's like 5.5K, so you don't want to hit those.
Yes, diamond does the void zones.
So remember, after Skull dies, he still does the aura, so you need to move far enough away that you don't.
I assume at Moon there's going to be no Wind Fury, so I'm probably better off using a Sharpening Stone.
It doesn't matter too much.
Everybody group up inside the room. Let's finish up buffs.
Barris, you might want to take a couple steps forward. Yeah.
All right, everybody's ready. So on tanks.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Prismo, try to be max range from Moon.
Okay. Mark 1. Mark 2. Cooldowns. Mark 3.
On my way.
Got him.
Alright. Loose my down.
Flo, I'm gonna grab him. You can.
X is loose.
I got him, Bob.
I got 3.
So close.
I need a
Cool,
tank.
Nelly, he hurts.
Okay, a couple things before you guys release. You see where Square's at right now?
Yes.
That's where Flo should be before the pull, so that he can grab Moon and get it to the back corner. Like, you can get this close as long as you line of sight them, and they won't see you.
So basically,
We've got enough DPS. We had 10 DPS die to something before the boss was dead. There's no way Mark 5 should kill anyone as long as you pop Shadow Protection and as long as you get topped off after Mark 4. That's why we have 5 healers at Skull for that.
We lost people at Mark 4, I saw that.
Then that's a healing issue.
I mean, I'm talking about melee because I couldn't see anything else.
Mark 4 only does 3,000 damage.
Yeah.
Like
that might mean
all
between
those
the
healers
meteor
are
and
there. All those healers are there for the Mark people. The tank is taking very little damage.
That makes sense now.
So it's your
Alrighty,
job. Your job
hang
is
on. So for heals, in group A, we have 2 priests, Hot Bless and Alistair. Hot Bless, you stay on tanks, I'll heal raid. In priest mode, bounce between the 2. Focus priest mode on ranged. In the next group, let's have Celadon heal tank, Risky and Sab. Keep an eye on the raiders. And in for the chamois, just do your chain heal thing. Try and help your raid folks stay up as much as possible. Nigel, you would be more of a tank healer. Yeah, so those are the sort of raid versus tank assigns. Obviously, tank most highest prio, but if you're not one of the people assigned to tank there, focus on raid.
It was brought to my attention, so I'm going to say it one more time. The center of the room, so you do not get any marks, is right at the bottom of the steps in front of the bosses. Not to the side, not to the left or right. Smack dab in the center at the bottom of the steps.
Yeah, Nigel and Drum, you were in the center of the platform, which is not safe. And it doesn't do much to you because you only took 2 marks there, but just FYI, the safe spot is where Rook said.
It might matter. Those 2 marks they took might matter at the end, though. Might later on in the fight, mightn't they?
Yes.
They'll have dropped before they get back to those marks.
Yeah. I wasn't referring to them. That's like I wasn't referring to them, but
They're only taking 250 damage total from those 2 marks. But the point is well made that the safe spot is not up on the platform.
No, it's on the stairs.
Where is it, Goku?
On the stairs.
Ah, at the bottom of the steps or the top?
Don't be loosey-goosey.
You tell him, Goku.
Let's also remember we need to drop totems for Skull and X before the fight even starts. So either Crush or Drum needs to drop fire totem for Papa, and all the other totems should be dropped for Skull to help the DPS. So Wind Fury, Agi totem, that kind of stuff. And you can put those in place during the pull timer or whatever.
Do we have enough Hellstones for melee to help them not die on Mark 5? Maybe that will help.
I haven't died yet to the Mark 5.
Okay.
If you pop the Shadow Push, and you shouldn't die.
But let's not pop it if we have any deaths, because if we're just wasting the consumes if we have deaths before Mark 4 or after Mark 4. Like let's solve the healing the raid issue first.
We should be popping our second Shadow Prop Potion right as Mark 4.
If no one has died yet, but if someone's died yet, don't.
You should be popping it after Mark 4, and it should be your first Shadow Pot. There's no need to pre-pot.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a healer. I want to be able to use mana pots, so I'm probably going to pre-pot.
I'm just saying it's gonna be consumed by the marks where you're gonna survive, but But heals are different because you're not taking a 5th mark. So you can kind of do whatever. You're never
Cool.
taking a huge amount of shadow. So I mean, it's just extra gold you're burning. You're never going to take more than 1,000 shadow damage.
If anyone needs repair, I have a repair bot.
You placed a repair bot, or
No,
you have?
I let Rainer decide. I have one, I just said.
So Flowcat, if you stand where square is, this is where you can start your approach. And before the pull timer even starts, you can go all the way up to that skull statue. As long as you are line of sighting the bosses, they won't aggro.
Group 5 is missing 4.
It is meant to be.
They could be in the corner. The main thing is that they are in a large enough group to soak a meteor. So whether that's in the corner or with the healers, I mean, healers are going to be out of meteor range in general.
Alright, everybody's ready on tanks.
Make sure those totems are down for Skull and X.
Drop the mic.
Mark 1.
Mark 2. Cooldowns. Mark 3.
Beast Mode, you're still standing in the same spot.
Mark 4. Still didn't get enough raid healing over here. Do we need to switch to
Butcher
X?
died. In the back too.
I got him, Papa.
Did we everybody moving in the right position?
Well, the one in the back, I don't know what happened elsewhere.
Because everybody except the one priest I assigned in each group should be working on raid.
Wait, what?
I didn't have any raid within range of me.
Yeah, that's
If you don't have raid
okay.
within you, you can't heal raid,
means that's
obviously.
Skull.
But it's mostly at Skull. So the group that's starting on Skull is Hot Blast, Celadon, and Shannon. Hot Blast is on the tank. Celadon and Shannon should both be on raid.
Yeah, I mean, I move on the second mark. There's really no damage on the raid by the time I move anyway. So
Shannon is not there, right? Because she moves at Mark 3 to X. Is that correct?
That's correct.
She can do raid heals until then, but after that, it's
Yeah.
the other. It's the other 3 Resto Shaman that are at Skull for marks 3 through 5.
It's not just the Resto Shaman. It's everybody except the single healer that I said your focus is #1 tank.
Yeah, so 4. There's 4 healers at Skull that are just raid healing by the time Mark 3 happens. Because we have 5 healers at Skull total.
Yeah, so there should have been enough raid healing. I know that by the time, I hit Skull, I'm there after Mark 1, and I was totally healing raid. So, could be we had somebody that wasn't moved into position or something.
After Mark 3, the Shamans come up to Skull, and they should just be Jesus beaming all over the place, right?
Yes,
Yep.
Exactly.
Also, they should be rank 3 Jesus beaming, not 1, 3 max heals.
Now, what I'm not sure about is the best way to keep the healers and hunters on Skull topped off. Because they're not going to take any meteor damage, but they will take 3k from Mark 4. They're going to need to be topped off after that.
So the other priests in that group and the druid in that group can heal the healers as well. Everybody who's around us.
If you want, I can focus the hunters that are in that area too, and I can off heal them and top them off.
Well, the bottom line is that since everybody's moving all over the place, you can't say heal group 1 or heal hunters or whatever, because everybody's moving constantly. So as you're shifting, you are either primarily tank heal or not. And if not, if there's raiders around you whose health is down, heal them. They're in range on your frames. You can tell who you can reach.
Right, I'm an enhanced shaman though. That's what I'm saying. If you want me to toss a heal on those people that the healers can't focus on, then I will do that.
Oh, I think that's a fine idea.
Way that we can rearrange the groups that people in priest groups can kind of get together around the 3rd mark for a prayer of healing, which might be a quick and effective way of getting everyone's health back up.
Yeah, I was thinking about that too, priest, but because everybody's, moving constantly and whatnot, it'd be kind of hard to do that. However, we could spread the priests out in advance, and there will be times when a prayer of healing will work, and then we can use it. Unless doing that will screw up Streaminville's grouping theory. I.e., if it won't fuck anything up, if you could say, for instance, throw me in group 7 and throw Hot Bless in a different group, that might be good for raid heals. Like, well, sure, I'll just go respect that right now.
Yeah, but where are we going to place the light well so everybody can click it?
Yeah, like they're going to stop and click.
Don't tempt me with a good time.
If you placed one at each corner, technically, one at each corner, every time someone just rotated, they'd click it.
Man, I haven't seen a light well.
You do know that in vanilla, it is channeled and breaks on damage. You do know that, right? Yes. It sucks.
It's a renew spell, but if
It's
you take damage,
fabulous later. It's not a renew spell. A renew spell, you click and it ticks. This, you have to stand there and channel it.
I don't think so, man.
Later, it wasn't.
Yeah, it's channeled.
You run right down there and respec it, and then you'll see.
Yeah, Lightwell
We have a
became good
volunteer.
later. It sucked in vanilla.
I ain't got money for that.
Man, get up on that box.
You're wooded.
God, this is a hell of a run back.
Sucks.
So when we did this strategy, we weren't able to keep the melee in after 3. Like they then had to leave. Like we were never able to sustain raid heals if we left them in. So we can keep doing this, but that's what we found.
Quick question. I was dying really quickly on Moon. Was I doing something wrong, or
If you're taking marks before you go in there, then yes.
first I was the last time I didn't, and it still died really quick.
Look under your feet for a round black thing.
Nah, he's on Moon, so that's not for him. But if you didn't take a mark and you went in there and you died, that's on healing. If you had a mark before you went in there, then that's on you. Specifically that because I know for one you like again like we're all learning, so it's whatever. But
Yeah,
I know
the first two I screwed up.
Yeah, I know you took marks from it before you even went in, so yeah, like you took way too much damage at that point. But
On that third time, though, I was right in front of the stairs until third mark, so I thought I was screwing up somewhere else.
Yeah, I think we got chained, which interrupted. At least it interrupted my heal.
yeah, and again, like I said, it's if you're a tank going to Moon, you have to try and walk around the healers because that can kill healers.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a lot of things on this fight. Like I said, it gets very sloppy, and it's very confusing. So it takes mostly everyone knowing what they're doing for it to work.
But we're doing 4 horsemen. Exciting.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and if what Celadon said is true, if we only have one healer, that can be kind of tough too.
Yeah.
Alright, everybody's ready, so get in the room. Tanks.
5, 4, 3.
Oh, Flo, you're gonna take a lot of damage.
Flows down.
Yeah, Flo, you gotta let us go in first, because if you engage that, we can't get to the targets fast enough to get them off you.
Do we have a tank on?
Marks. Yeah, I got 2 of them.
Should I cover that?
I'm on Moon right now.
Cooldowns. Mark 3.
Third mark.
Go up raid.
Beast mode, are you supposed to move?
No,
Mark 4 Shadow Pot.
Put her up.
I'm dead.
I got it.
Push it. So you can go to purple.
When you do have it in Bears, I know it doesn't matter on this one, but you got to take away the corner.
Yeah, I got nervous and was backpedaling instead of strafing.
Yeah, I got the 5th mark standing by Roke's lucky stairs.
Hey, that just means people ain't positioning it right.
I know, I didn't call you out. But, yeah.
Somehow the boss resisted my taunt even with the reel.
Yeah,
He
it
has
happens.
a very small chance of doing that.
So I used my challenging shot after that, and that didn't work, so I had to taunt him the second time.
It's okay, Bears. We got lots of repair bots thanks to you.
And I was happy to help.
Thanks. I even sent Piggy one, so that Iron Lung would have one.
Spreading the love. Okay, so it looks like we're going to do the slightly more conservative way. The heals don't change, except for one thing, which is all the folks in column 3, all 4 of you, are going to rotate on Mark 3. You are the C group, combined instead of split up.
And your symbols matter now.
So the symbols are the start position, and your column position is when you rotate position.
And I'm guessing we can save the last seconds for a shield as we're rotating, just for the tanks to get that extra bit of mitigation.
The healer assigned to shielding tanks can, yes. Other than that, depends. If you're on Skull, I would throw a little extra love on the raid, because that's where they're really getting hit, is on Skull. Is that still going to be the case, Phil, with this strat?
Sorry, what?
Will we still be having the majority of the ouch raid healing happening at Skull, or is it going to be bouncing back and forth more evenly?
It's mostly meteor at Skull. Ideally, nobody takes I-beam damage, and the other 2 mobs only hit the tank, as long as you're staying out of void zones. Void zones are not survivable for most people anyway.
All right, so when you're at the Skull position, Priest, I would throw some extra stuff on the raid there before you run to your next position, where all you're going to have is a tank.
Sounds good.
And X probably the same as well once we are focusing on that.
All right, so what's different in this strat? We already talked about the C group starting out in the right spot and then just rotating clockwise at Mark 3. GPS, do we still start at Skull, or do we split it between Skull and X and then rotate after the 3rd mark, or what?
We need at least 3 DPS groups because we always have to have meteor coverage. So what I would suggest is keeping Skull and X DPS groups and then adding a middle group, and we do a clockwise rotation. So that way you always have, and you basically assign DPS to ABC. So you only have some of the DPS moving, so you always have meteor coverage.
All right, so we have 2 groups DPSing, one on Skull, one on X, and one in the middle?
Yes. So on Mark 1, Skull will rotate to the middle, X will rotate to Skull, and the middle will rotate to X for the DPS. Now that's just the A's in those 3 groups. So it's kind of like healers, right? The start position is not the same as your letter.
Okay, so we've got groups 5, 6, and 7 that are DPS groups. So if we start,
I guess most of the DPS are in those groups, yeah.
Other than Zodex and Bray. That should be all our DPS. So, you want to start. Which group do you want to start on Skull?
So let's call Group 5A, Group 6B, and Group 7C. That determines when you rotate. But starting position, let's say we've got 15, so we need 5. I'll make a macro for it.
But tanks, I mean, I'm switching at 3 now or staying in there?
You're gonna be switching at this point. I don't know who your. I think Trothax is gonna be your swap at this point. I don't know though.
Let's drop a bot.
Yeah, it's in the back a bit. Everyone repair.
Thank you.
Got 9 gold.
Hey, I just linked a video in Naxx Diary that shows the strat we're doing now, just so everyone, the DPS, can see where they are in the moving diagram.
Yes, although I don't know for sure if that's up to date.
I don't know. I can delete it if you want. I figured at least I don't know. It's because we're not on the diagram at all for the other one. Should I delete it, you think?
Too late. I already watched it.
Are you all confused now?
Okay, look at that for a second. DPS groups. So remember, you've got both a starting spot and a letter, okay? Group 5 is A, Group 6 is B, Group 7 is C. That's when you rotate. So A rotates on Mark 1, B on Mark 2, C on Mark 3, and so on. But where you start is in the macro. So that's where you go at the start. Square, if you're on the square group, you go to the center.
All right, so the way this goes is Skull is Spaney, Durndo, Nordug, Miss, and Kia. X is Mark, Low, Vass, Troll, Sleepy, Wintina. And in the center at the bottom of the steps is Stag, Brown, Rainer, Vil, and Fear. After Mark 1, Spaney, Mark, and Stag rotate.
No.
No.
Spaney, Miss, Mark, Wintina, and Fear all rotate.
So Miss rotates.
Because Miss is in Group 5, which is A.
Okay.
This is how we keep enough people to soak meat here all the time.
And the red and blue tanks will go back to the safe spot. Once another
Okay, so on Mark 1, everybody in Group 5 rotates.
Yes.
On Mark 2, everybody in
after
Group
the
6
board,
rotates.
once 3 marks go out, the yellow
And on
and green
Mark
tanks will
3,
go
everybody
on
in
top
Group
of the
7
horses,
rotates.
and the red and blue
That's
tanks will go back to the safe
Oh,
spot.
okay. All right.
Once another 3 marks go out, the
So
red
where
and blue
do
tanks will go
my
back
group
in and taunt the
rotate
horsemen
from?
off. Only this time they will
Where do I rotate to when I go to Skull?
go
On top
to
of the tank,
opposite
right?
horseman. This is because they will still have
For
the marks
Skull,
on
you
them
need
from
to
the original
be
horsemen they
on
were
top of the
tanking.
tank, yes. For X, you can be wherever.
So X is going to, the people that start at X would be going to Skull.
Yes.
And the people that start at Skull is going to Center.
Yep.
And the people that start at Center is going to X.
That's it.
From tanking perspective, I will swap with Trotax at 3 stacks and swapping the Butcher at 6 stacks.
Well, Trothax was DPSing. Do you want him on tanks now?
I mean, we are.
He's going to hit harder than I will.
Otherwise, we'll keep it with Barris.
Yeah, I'll just okay. So me and Barris will swap at 3, and I will.
That's right.
I will swap the Butcher at 6, right? And going back to the
Exactly.
middle at 9.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Now you've got Zodex and Bray that aren't in those groups. Do you want them to start at Skull and X and then just rotate with Group 1?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, so Bray goes Skull, Zodex go X, and you'll just rotate at Mark 1. Bray, you go to the center, and Zodex, you go to Skull, and just after the third mark, you just keep going circles.
And back groups do exactly what you did before. Nothing changes there.
Remember to repair, guys.
Don't forget to move up. Don't get caught outside.
Val, do the same thing. Just start at Skull and then just rotate to center after the first mark.
And Kia, your first rotation will be Mark 2, so 2, 5, and so on.
You ready, Kia? All right, let's on tanks.
5.
I want to throw Moon up there on Zillick.
2, 1.
Beauty.
We need to stack better at Skull. Come to the boss.
Run as far as you can.
Mark 1.
Group 5 DPS rotate. Group 6 DPS rotate.
And see, I have 2 marks in low grade.
Lady Barris.
Papa's down.
I'm coming.
I got him. Oh, I don't.
Just down.
That's Mark 3.
Oh shit! I pulled fucking. I was running. Sorry.
Don't die.
I didn't realize I had aggro. I started running out for Mark.
I'm dead. Google dead.
More greens.
Meteor is too much for just a few guys.
Yeah, well, you're gonna head to purple. Yep.
We should practice the DPS rotation once. That not everybody did that right.
Yeah, I had no clue what I was doing.
Well, I mean, the biggest problem there is the X tanks. They both got wrecked.
The healing was a lot different that time where I was versus the other way, so I don't know what changed on the healing perspective.
Nothing in the beginning at all.
He
So-
was taking a lot of damage versus before, or something. Spiking bad.
Yeah, the people that's there are fewer people to soak the meteor, so it's more damage.
Yeah, I mean, that's why we died.
So, Papa, when did you die? You were alive when I left you.
It was the third mark. Who's supposed to relieve me after 3?
I was on my way in when you dropped.
What I was on my way in too. I'm thinking that right before the end of the third mark, we should be getting closer to the border and ready to leave because my guy was totally fine healing. Flow was good. So as long as the shamans, whoever else, have him by the 3rd mark, we should be good to leave early.
I even stayed in later and did a shit hill on Papa before I left.
Yeah, I did one last one on him too before I left. So with a hot.
Yeah, I mean the only other thing we can do is I can catch a port to Org, grab fire gear, and then hearth myself back to Light Soak.
Of course,
I mean,
Kappa, we're leaving Papa at Mark 1, so it was before he started having trouble.
I'm not leaving at Mark 1. I leave at Mark 2.
Oh, that's right. I leave at Mark 1.
I can take Papa's place, put fire resistance gear on. If we decide.
It'll just help with the start because they're going to be swapping.
Yeah, 61% of damage I received was from Righteous Fire.
Yeah.
So
it's basically like Ragnaros's proc.
Do you want me to try that?
Yeah, it'll help at the start. I'm just saying you're going to be switched off after 3 marks. So we still need to be able to heal. I mean, 3 healers should be more than enough even with Righteous Fire.
Okay.
Yeah,
as long as we have...
he's right. We did like 10 attempts doing this. And the second a tank went over to Mograine that didn't wear FR, they were dead.
Don't be afraid to use mana on this fight.
We also craft a bunch of Dark Iron help stuff for people.
I have an FR set. Should I wear it?
Don't want full FR at least.
I mean, I have all the FR you could ever want. Like
the ideal is to have 210 buffed so that you never take full damage from Righteous Fire. So with Totem is 60.
Yep.
So if you have 2 or 3 pieces to get up to that amount, that's optimal.
I'm there. I have with Totem. I will have 216 fire resistance.
But this whole time, we haven't had an FR tank, and it's been fine. So I don't know what the issue is all of a sudden.
Oh, we ran out of fire pots, probably.
I've got
Tanks weren't using them, as far as I know. I mean, you get hit once and your fire pot's gone, so I don't see what big of a deal that does.
Hit.
It was just a guess.
It has a 25% chance to proc on every single melee attack.
I guess they got lucky.
Do you feel lucky? Do ya?
Punk.
Well, the line of sight thing is a little iffy, so you can just feral charge Moon.
He could probably kitty stealth to the blind spot, and then if he has fairy fire, he could probably pull with that.
So me and Papa's switching places, right?
No, we probably shouldn't change too much, Gogu. But the point is it would only help on the first transition. But eventually, we're both going to be tanking with this strategy, the same guys. Mograine being the fire guy. So even if we saved it on the first round, it would get us on the next round when I am tanking him.
I mean, I did recommend all the front tanks to have 210 FR. I've been saying that in Warrior Channel since day one, but you know, we were trying multiple strats today, so I don't expect everybody to have come prepared.
Will lower my threat anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, if you're doing Zerg strat, you definitely don't want Skull to use any.
So just to be clear, because there seems to be some confusion with a few people, we switched strats now, right? We are no longer staying in until Skull is dead. On that's why we went through the process of breaking everyone into groups, and we're moving now. The DPS is moving as well to X, right? So group five should be moving in group on Mark 1, correct? And then group 6 on Mark 2, and then
Group 5 moves on Mark 1, but Group 5 is spread out among the 3 spots. So that's key.
So everyone in group 5 should be moving to X on Mark 1.
No,
right?
no.
It depends on where you start from. So, Spaney, Durndo, Nordug, Miss, Kia, I think Bray and Val will be at Skull at start. On Mark 1, of those people, only Spaney and Miss Element are moving. And they will be rotating to center. You see what he's saying? Everybody has a different start spot, and then everybody is rotating clockwise when it's their group's turn to move. They're not going from Skull to X in group 5. Everybody has a different start spot.
Can you hit the start spot thing again? Oh, I see it. I scrolled up. I see it.
So as long as you're in the right start spot, and then you rotate when it's your group's turn, but you're going clockwise.
I guess my idiocy is I don't know where square is because I don't see a square anywhere.
Square is I'm square, which will be the center at the start.
Okay.
So at the bottom of the steps.
Yeah, square is center at the bottom of the steps.
So for Ilt, he's going to start at square, but he's going to move on Mark 1 to X.
It just seemed like on Mark 1 I was the only DPS standing on X, is why I was asking.
Yeah, a lot of people didn't move properly.
So it seemed like 4 of the people didn't move, is why I brought it up.
I think it'd be useful if we called the marks out like we were on the first few. Made it easier.
Well, somebody will have to call them out because I'm not getting them.
Yeah, I'm seeing the mark coming soon notice from DBM, but I'm not getting something that pops up and says Mark 1 on my screen either. So what you kind of have to do is count your debuffs, but the problem is,
yeah, don't count your
just
debuffs
brought this up.
You'll get, if you get extras, it'll fuck you up.
Yes, the problem is that yes, we're getting extras, and that actually kind of raises a question for healers and stuff standing in the middle. We're getting extras on the pole. Is that just because of the bosses aren't pulled far apart enough by the time the first one hits, so we're getting 2, or do we need to position differently on pole to avoid getting an extra one?
I mean, the bad probably are talked as much as they can be.
Generally, you're not going to be able to avoid getting marks on the pool unless you just like hide somewhere and make sure you're not anywhere near a boss.
I mean, you can. You just like if you're healing Skull, for example, kind of maybe stay towards the front left. You know, if you're healing X, stay towards the front right. You know, and if you're healing back 2, just run back as you're healing the best you can.
It's really about the tanks getting their mobs in position fast enough. You have 20 seconds before the first mark goes out.
Okay, I think also what Rogue said does make sense to me as well. So if you're on X or Skull, you can kind of hang out toward the front as far away as possible and maybe avoid one. But bottom line, we don't have a clear mark timer coming up. It sucks, but there it is.
I feel like the back tanks are going as quick as they can.
All right, Nordug, you just Stag should be starting in the center with me.
Okay.
So people in the center at the start is Stag, Brown, Raynor, Vil, and Fear. After the first mark of those people, Fear is the only one moving, I think. Yes, Fear would be moving to X. After the second mark of those people, Vil would be moving, and that's it. He would be moving to X.
But more people from other places should be moving to XO too. I shouldn't be the only one over there, right?
Yeah, I know. I'm just doing the one center group right now. I mean, everybody should know where they're supposed to be going. You got your start point. Group 5 is moving at Mark 1. Group 6 is moving at Mark 2, and Group 7 is moving at Mark 3. You should be, as long as you start in the right spot and move at the right mark number, you should be in your right spot. All right, everybody's ready.
Mark 1. Mark 2.
Mark 2. Mark 3. Did it go off?
Just made.
Got it, go. I guess I resisted.
Mark 5.
Yep, now one flow.
Butcher down. He's going back to Papa. Papa, he's coming for you.
Healer's on max range, guys.
Corthaz is loose.
Yeah, and I'm supposed to be relieving. I already got one on me.
Problem is, if we're max range in the back there, we're going to get marks from the next guy.
Are we doing one more?
If I don't know, like if healer's max range, like right here, they shouldn't be getting marks from anywhere.
If we do one more, I want you guys to let Shannon show you the blind spot stuff, because I didn't explain it very well.
We can all actually stand in the corner of the platform, and all of us should move up there. Sorry about that. We basically move back into the skull corner, and then we use that pillar to block the bosses from us, and we all go there. And then the Thane tank steps out, pulls Thane, and then we're all there. The bosses are all on the Thane tank, and their people come and pick them up, and everybody goes to their correct corners.
Okay, once we all get there, if you can, like ping, so we have a visual of the starting spot.
Oh, I'm sorry, it's right off the washroom.
Which is where she keeps her spaceship.
The laundry spaceship.
If we could not run in before the timer, would be really nice.
Well, with this blind spot way, we're not going to be running in at all. We'll already be there. It's what I showed in the screenshot that I posted when we did our first poll a couple weeks ago. It's what I was trying to explain before, but I didn't do a very good job.
Now, if everybody hugs the wall on the left and we all go back into that corner, that's like the first staging spot. And then you'll notice that there's like a pillar between you and the bosses. And you just basically walk up that little path. And no deviations, please.
So, straight line boss?
Yes, it's the ultimate straight line boss.
Something to note as well, when we were doing the first strategy, Gogu was in absolute full threat gear mode. Now all tanks are in mitigation mode, so you have to really watch your threat at the beginning.
I would also mention you don't have to, it's not really a race with the normal strat. You don't have to blow all your cooldowns or anything like that because you're not trying to beat a shield wall timer. So you don't have to go balls out. Now, once we do this, with the blind spot, tanks still have to book it. You got to strafe, don't get dazed, do whatever you can to get your boss in the corner ASAP. And, that means DPS don't really need to do anything till the boss is in the corner. Now, when you're going back into that corner, you only have to go off the wall like 4 or 5 feet to aggro them. So hug the wall.
So we're stacking on square right now?
Yeah, I'm over in that corner. That's the first step.
Hug the wall. Be one with the wall.
So all 40 of us should be on square?
Yes.
All 40 of us.
Is that Flo as well?
Yeah, Flo as well. He'll start in the same spot.
Straight line boss is scary.
So from where we're at here, we head straight towards that ugly skull thing, just like Shannon just did.
This feels like a cheat here.
That pet
We're
scares
taking
me.
advantage of the terrain.
I'm not clenching, you're clenching.
Definitely clenching.
And then the Thane boss, which I believe is Goku, steps out and gets the attention of all of them, and the other bosses better be ready other tanks better be ready to pick up their guys. And everybody runs into position.
Rip Gogo. Okay, let's try. Incoming.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Easy on thieves.
Let him get the.
I just don't understand.
Alright, mark 1. And the center people just took the mark, so.
I'm getting marked up in the middle.
Mark 2.
Paris, be ready.
Was it a Mo
Well,
green mark?
moon and purple are where they should be.
I think it was a Mo green mark because we had a.
Mark 3.
Paris.
Coming.
Lucifer,
Got him.
try coming to square real quick.
Keep Paris up. Use some cooldowns, Paris. Don't die.
Moon is loose.
Yeah, moon's loose.
I'm coming for Cross, the Butcher.
Why is Zedek here?
Come and relieve you, Bears.
Oh well, yeah. I mean, it's over anyway because moon's loose too long. But
It's okay. I had no one to tank meteor with me.
Yeah, just doing the transition for practice.
There's a couple different spots for the back tanks. I'll post a screenshot to show what I'm talking about.
What I saw is the cross could be pulled right into the corner, was not right there.
Somebody got aggro. That was a range pull for cross on the pull.
Yeah, I was in full strafe mode. Had the aggro just fine, but people opening while I'm trying to drag a boss in mitigation gear just doesn't make any sense.
No, I'm saying about the Butcher. He could pull the boss more into the corner.
I was just kind of keeping him where Papa had him. I figured it was fine.
It's not fine.
But the pull strat worked. That was sneaky and good.
Yeah, thank you for showing that, Shannon.
there'll be lots of fun log stuff to look at tonight. That's for sure.
Hey, it's very exciting, man. We're fucking working on 4 horsemen. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a fun raid.
We will learn this fight.
Yeah, we will. This is just about practice and tuning, and then it's gonna click, and we're all gonna nail it.
Nobody on this server killed this boss the first day they pulled it. There was many wipes on this boss for guilds that have killed it. And what we had 4 pulls, 5 pulls.
Yeah.
Let's raid.
Great job tonight, guys.
Love the first 1 shots. That was wonderful. Fun playing all together. Well, I mean, I play with all of you guys all the time anyway, but nonetheless, it was cool.
Yeah, that one shot of Gothic was especially pleasing. We had to sit there and wait for the boss to come out even. We just didn't do nothing.
Also, while I still got everybody in here, please sign up for the raids this coming week. I'll do the Sunday one here in a second. The quicker you sign up, the quicker we know what's going on.